I get it, yes.
So I don't completely blame our leaders. Why? Because they are voted into power, into public office every year. See, come 2027, people will complain about the current.
They'll come and give them spaghetti.
Oh my God.
And that's all.
This is our glasses.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another amazing episode of the JALLO.S2 Glasses podcast. I'm so excited to be back here. It's an amazing time. It's a great week. And today we're back in the studio to bring you a very, very, very mind-blowing and interesting conversation. But first of all, my name is MC Mute. And of course, you know, this is the JALLO.S2 Glasses podcast. We are here every Friday by 6 p.m. on YouTube, on Spotify. And also, I want to like to introduce our guest for today. No, not our guest for today. Some part of the host in the house. Please give it up for Social Mala. What's up, bro? How far now? How you doing?
I didn't find you.
Correct. And of course, we have the mama in the house.
Yeah.
The Lolo one.
Achalo.
The mommy, Kitma J. What's happening?
I'm good.
Yeah. You don't give us bad news. Now, we want to have more serious conversations. Please bring the energy, bring the vibe. If you like, of course. Today, joining us on this particular episode, we have an amazing young man, someone from this city who has a very, very big and important dream, and we would like to have a conversation with him. Please, make welcome Mr. Godwin JALLO. What's up, bro? How far? How are you doing?
Very well.
Oh my, this is a drip, man. Guy.
James.
This is a drip is on point. Nice research, by the way.
Thank you, sir.
I'm a research person, so when I see, I look at, I don't
Wow.
people around to see what's going on and all that.
Thank you so
How
much.
you doing? How's the day? How's the week?
Very well.
Cool. Okay, so guys, today we're going to be having a very, very smooth conversation. We're going to be talking about politics. We're going to be talking about Nigeria. We're going to be talking about politics in the world as far as it takes us, Africa, and all of that. So, we have a very, very big problem on our hands. The country seems to be in a total disarray, you know? And we keep going back and forth, what's really going on? Someone said, if you want to start up a conversation in a bus, just say, this Nigeria.
I'm telling you, everybody will bring his own opinion.
Just say, this Nigeria says,
Yes.
every other place will erupt, right?
True.
So, first of all, what is the problem that we face in the country? What are the issues that we have? What is going on? Really, what is really going on?
Well,
Anybody can answer, not him.
Yeah. I think from a standpoint view, my personal opinion though, I think we are going through a phase, right, as a nation.
Right.
Some things have to happen for some things to happen.
True.
There is a popular belief out there, and until that belief is shattered, then we will not, as a nation, burst into that sphere of advancement as it ought to. And it is the belief that you and I hold so dear. The belief of religion, ethnicity. We believe that since it's my own, it's my own that is there.
Yeah.
Let him just scatter it.
Yeah.
Let it scatter. As far as I can't speak against my own. They say negida negidani. And then if you look at our dispensation as a country now, that particular belief is where this has brought us to. Because yes, I mean, it is okay to defend your own, right? It's very okay. I mean, I wouldn't want to see my brother being beaten, being battered. I will first of all defend him, and then I will reprove him or correct him, and now that is love. But what we have at best is people defending without reproving.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Right.
So it to me, I think it's more like reaping what we quite a number of us, whether we like it or not, we have sown consciously or unconsciously in our past actions and inactions. So it's actually a phase, and I'm very happy that very many are getting awakened. When you have conversation with people with smart minds, you will see that it doesn't really matter if it is my own. If he's doing wrong, I will tell him he's doing wrong. If he's not doing right, I will let him know point blank. Because at the end of the day, it is not about the person. It's not about you. It's about the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the whole. So
I feel like it is because of the suffering. It is because of the suffering that a lot of people have faced that now force them to have this school of thought. Because before, nobody is going to come and tell you that, I will reprove him. What's my own? As long as the person is from my tribe, my religion, and all of that, nobody really cares anymore.
True.
Yeah. But right now, I feel like with the current political sphere that we have in the country, where a lot of things seem not to be going to the right direction. You know, the economy is downtrodden. We have insecurity issues. And it affects everybody. You're not when you go to the market. If I'm going to buy fuel for my car, for my generator, whatever it is that I use to create source of power, I'm not going to tell them that I'm from this tribe.
Yeah.
I voted this person.
Yeah.
Do you get? If I go to buy sugar, I'm not going to tell them that. No, madam. You don't know me.
I'm Tinubu's cousin,
I'm the president's cousin.
Exactly.
Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah.
So everybody is forced to suffer, whether you like it or like you hear people who you assume that are in they're high earners, high income earners, and hear them complaining bitterly.
True.
So everybody they collect. Yeah. So now why everybody now don't they get sense to tell you say, but I'm still of the opinion that a lot of people do not still share this opinion. Why? Because if you're an active Twitter user, right, in the country right now, you bear witness with me that whenever this conversation comes up on Twitter about political ethnicity and all of that, people from a particular tribe or a particular religion, they still tell you that no, you're talking bad against our brother. Is it that these people are not aware of the realities of life? I don't understand.
Those are fanatics. They have like a particular mindset that they are guided by, and it's just what they think that actually resonates with them, and they choose to be there. Like it's just like you telling me, no, this is I'm telling you that this is brown, and you're telling me no, this is black, or you're telling me that this is black, and I'm telling you no, this is brown. So I'm insisting on my own perception. This is my perspective, and I want to be here. And another thing I feel for us in Nigeria is a revolution just has to be done, where that we will not only I want to say kifi, like you know that word in Hausa that you get like. Right now, why people are actually beginning to be aware of what is happening is because the pain is rubbing on everyone. But one of the basic things that must happen to us is that there has to be a revolution. There has to be some level of change in a lot of narratives.
Yes.
Right? And waking up to say to my brother that we are together. Because the truth is, when I heard that people were saying, let's divide the country, I'm like, we don't even have a voice. In other countries, you see them speaking one tribe. Is it that English and Dutch, or English and French, or just Dutch, in fact. So most of them don't even understand anything English. That's unity for me.
So it's way easier for the country.
Exactly, to come together in one synergy. So, but here we have Wazobia. Aside Wazobia, we have Angas, we have Mangu, we have this. So that is what brings the separation. We have and I'm not. This is not me trying to say, okay, let's come and be speaking just one tribe. Let's cancel every other tribe and just stay with Yoruba, or let's stay with Igbo. That is where the more problem will come, because we're like, so now your own tribe will come, they speak now. Why will not go speak? Do you get? We are divided already from our mental, from the way we view things. There's a vast division in the country. That's why it's hardly to see that we are coming together for a particular pursuit, for a particular goal. Only a few now want a new Nigeria. Only a few, but I so much believe that awareness is really spreading, and it will get to a point where when we wake up, the youth will wake up and say enough is enough. And that's where the revolution comes. That's where we will need to keep the country and bring it back again. Then everybody will now be all right. Because really it has gotten up to this level that a lot is just, getting bad instead of getting, better in a way.
Okay, so I think until we start to get it right, that humanity comes first before any other thing.
Exactly.
So humanity should come first before your tribe, your religion, your ethnic group, or anything. And it's so painful that, permit me to use this word, that some people are still daft with what is happening here. Why? Because some are greedy. You understand? Some are benefiting from some of these politicians directly. Some are just getting the crumbs. You understand?
And they're okay with it.
But they're still there. We could imagine when the protest was done last year August, about the hardship protest. We had other people countering the protest.
Yes.
You could imagine for how much. And then we saw some people on social media that they were promised some certain amount of money, and then the person that even promised them the money, the person that was supposed to pay a particular, like women from Plateau State here, where we're even on social media saying the person that was supposed to pay them ran away with their money.
You can imagine. So that's greed.
So you can imagine that there is a lot of greed. So, like she said, revolution needs to take place, but how does it need to take place? When we start talking about humanity first, when we start seeing things in the point of humanity, we are going through a lot. So not minding this person is my tribe, this person is my religion. We just need to make things right.
Well, like a lot is really going on. I don't know if you guys have heard about there was a rumored coup yesterday in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm not sure how true it was. I'm not sure whether it was real, because I've not been online today to even check out the news and see, but like Africa has a leadership problem generally.
Yeah.
We have so much resources, and yet our people still suffer. Why? Because we have people who do not really look after the interest of the general, they don't look after the interest of the general people. Yeah. They are only interested in, getting this for themselves, getting that for themselves. And whether we like it or not, the reality is knocking on everybody's door. First of all, it was, I think it was Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and now rumored Ivory Coast. For me, I feel like, this is my own personal opinion. I don't think the system of government that we operate right now in Africa, I don't think it's going to work.
Yeah, at all.
I don't think it's
not healthy.
Because yesterday I was having a conversation with my mom, and I was telling her that this was never our way of life.
So more like it's been sold to us.
Yes.
And we bought it.
Yes. Democracy and all of that, it was never our way of life. If you go back to how we lived, we all went to secondary school, we studied government, we studied pre-colonial administration. What we had at pre-colonial administration was, we had regional governments. Every clan, every tribe, because it wasn't states at that time. So every region had their form of governance, and everything was working smoothly. Do you understand? So now this whole idea, that is why it's very difficult to explain why, because people will say, oh no, you shouldn't want the country to divide and all of that. Me, I just want the country to work.
Exactly.
Do you understand? That is what I want. I want the country to work. And it is so fortunate that today, as Nigeria that we are, if the country decides to say, okay, if we decide to say, we don't think this is working for us collectively as a people, everybody is going to be okay. Every region is going to be all right because God has blessed every region with one resource or the other.
Yeah.
Truly.
If you live in the south, you need
themselves.
people in the north, you need people in the southwest, you need people in the southeast, you need people in the middle belt, you need people in every region of this country. So we can actually live individually of our own and still have a successful communal living within ourselves. So it's not really so much about, oh, we must stick together as a country. If it's going to work, if everybody is going to behave, let us stay like that. If it doesn't work, let everybody go back to their father's house.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Let everybody go back to their father's house.
Back.
But the most important thing is for our people to stop dying, for hunger to stop, ravaging our societies and all of that. That is my own. That is what
Corruption
I want.
is just,
That's what I want.
Yeah, and with these issues now, a lot of voter apathy is going to set in because people have lost interest in anything governance. You understand?
Yeah.
And what do people need? Direct impact. You understand to them. So I was having a conversation with someone, and we're having a political conversation about some governors. We're comparing some governors, and I asked him a question. I was just like, what have you benefit personally from your governor? Not like what have the masses benefited? And the person was just like, and the governor has increased revenue in my state. I was just like, okay, yes, that's a nice one, but what direct impact does the community have? Have you felt anything? No. You can't go to your farm because there are people that will come and destroy your farm.
I'm telling you.
You understand? You cannot travel. You'll be praying. That's why someone said that if you travel out of Nigeria, see half of your prayer points. If you are not careful, you stop praying.
No,
Exactly.
You understand?
You would lost even spirituality. Truly.
You understand? Because it's here that if I'm going to Abuja now, I have to pray. That okay, make kidnappers no way lay me for road. Or
even the road safe.
You understand?
Down the road.
You understand? Like every day, you just have to pray that let Nigeria not happen to you. You understand? Why you travel out of the country
it's a
and
working
then
system.
everything is working. So and this thing is not hard. These guys just want to keep on enriching themselves. Yesterday in the news, we could see that EFCC handed over the properties they seized from Emefiele to Ministry of Housing and imagine one person accumulating this kind of things, houses and other things.
I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, it was like not even one estate, though, about two, if I'm not mistaken. So you could imagine.
You said how many?
700 houses.
700 houses.
Yes.
So are you a spirit? Do you live in all of them?
You understand?
Are you a legion? I don't understand.
So, and then this person still have lawyers defending him.
Yes.
You could imagine that, like, for this kind of situation, do you even need any lawyer to defend you? What are you defending yourself
What are you defending?
You understand? So that's why a lot of things need to be fixed in this country.
Seriously.
We are not even talking about the justice system, because we have a lot of judicial miscarriage in this country. You understand? Visit the correctional centers. I think I visited the correctional center and I was having a chat with an inmate. And what brought him to the correctional center? They're driving, they mistakenly bashed a judge car, a so-called judge car. And that was how they ended up in the correctional center.
For bashing the judge
Yes. Yes, I saw this one. Like, I was shocked. Like, whoa. So you could imagine. And then we have people stealing hundreds of trillions and other things. There was a governor that paid tuition fee for his son or what till this thing. You understand? And EFCC came and bragged, blah, 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 and nothing happened. So the revolution needs to happen, like I always say, that humanity first, and then it should touch everywhere. And even us, change begins with us. You know, we cannot be complaining about the top, and then even us too, we still get cockroach for our cobalt. So we really need to do well. And there are some little things we feel is not right. I was discussing this yesterday with someone also. where I'm staying, I've been staying there for like 10 years. And it's just this year we had a third road in the area. And then guess what? Some people having a mining shit by that side now come to dry their mining stuff on the new tar road. Do you understand? Some people are clearing their drainages and they are putting it on the new tar road. And every time I pass, it pains me. I was just like, this road will not reach like 2 months. When I don't they do this kind of thing. Now tomorrow this road will spoil now. They will now expect government
to come and do magic.
To come and do magic. We're not even talking just some days back, yesterday, 2 days ago, Plateau State Governor and National State Governor were against the scrapping of state independent electoral commissions because they said they don't need to scrap it. They just need to stop political interference. I was just like, how can you stop political interference? Why we have if there is this is more of an appointment to this chairman and councillors, because any governor that is in charge will just say, okay, now my party win. If na 20 local government when I get all the local government chairman, now my party win. Some states they don't even do election, but they allocate money to those independent states independent electoralism. So I think there is a lot of work to do in this country, because I think every aspect needs that revolution. But I think if we have the general revolution, it will touch the other aspects.
So basically, I don't want to say our problem is leadership generally. Why? Because we are the ones who elect the leaders. So
I don't think so. I have an objection to that.
No.
We don't elect them. They impose themselves there.
No, they don't impose themselves.
No, they do.
These people have followers, right?
Yes,
these people have followers, and you cannot tell me that we've been Nigerian leaders have been imposing themselves on Nigerians since we started voting.
No, we're talking about the recent.
No, not even the recent. No, we are talking.
From the onset.
Yes,
or from the 1960s.
From Call Yoshenema. It is not that. Yeah, I share your I think with the English word again. I share your burden about these things.
Yeah.
You get, but I don't believe that it is completely that they are imposing themselves.
Okay.
They have people who love them, who support them, who see you know that no matter who you are, you have followers. Even devil, if you say today now, if I decide to want to create a new religion today, I decide to want to create a new
there are people that resonate with it.
There are people that
I get it, yes.
So I don't completely blame our leaders. Why? Because they are voted into power, into public office every year. See, come 2027, people will complain about the current.
They'll come and give them spaghetti.
Oh my God.
And that's all.
I know vote. So you cannot completely say that, oh, it is the leaders. Why? Like he said, they just built new roads and people are already vandalizing the road. Was it the governor?
Coming and answered us like there's just being on the road.
They are clearing the drainage, the gutter.
Yeah, and then putting
it on the road.
Is it the governor that did that one?
Crazy.
Or is it the president that did, or is it the local government chairman? Or is it their senator representing that constituency? No, it is the people of that neighborhood. And guess what? If you go and complain about it, they'll turn on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people are building. You understand? They mix all the cement stuff and other things on the road. That's why there's this former governor of Gombe State, I think Dankombo. He frowned against that. You understand? When that man was a governor in Gombe State was very clean. Despite the fact that, okay, Gombe State is still clean, but that man had to do extra. He was entering every nooks and cranny of Gombe State, and you dare not do those kind of things. You understand? You dare not do those kind of things. Still talking about things. While growing up, we had the environmental health inspectors. They called them Dubagari in Hausa. One of my auntie was among them. I remember those days we used to go and catch people's goat. They used to give us 20 naira for each goat where you catch. You understand?
Wow. Yeah.
So those were some of the things that were put in place, but it still boils down to our own mentality.
Exactly.
You understand? And it's so painful Do you understand that campaigns have started, whether we like it or not?
Yes.
Campaigns have started.
Already.
And then it's so annoying that now these same people that are complaining of hardship now, they'll come and give them
temporal salt,
spaghetti,
Maggi, oil,
you understand?
rice.
And 2K.
You know they will reach.
My God.
You know they will reach.
So painful.
You understand? And they'll still go and vote this same person and then still grow on for the next 4 years.
Mm.
So just like you said, they are not imposed on us. You know, now some people are complaining about a particular party that has put us in this situation. But we still have governors defecting to that same party. We still have other people defecting to that same party. So it's a lot actually.
Okay, now so coming back to you, Jallo. Now we have a last year I will say we have a leadership problem because it keeps going like all around. Africa has a leadership problem. Almost every country in Africa, if you check their presidents, I don't think there's anyone that is less than 60 years.
Seriously, apart from Ibrahim.
Yes, apart from Ibrahim Traore and his other goons. The other guy from I don't know how old he is.
Is this Senegal?
Yes,
No,
Senegal and Mali. No, yeah, okay, yeah. Senegal has a under 40 president.
Yes.
Then the other guy from Niger, I don't know how old he is. Then the other guy from Mali also. So we have the former president of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, signed a what do they call it?
Not too young to.
Or what
Yes.
they call it?
No, not too young.
And
Not
it
too
has
young.
opened the doors for
Not too young to rule.
yes, not too young to run.
To
run.
Now run has been
Now run.
Whether na run.
Okay, so it has actually opened doors for younger people to want to aspire into political office.
Yes.
And I believe that is one of the reasons why we are here today to talk about your aspiration. So please, what exactly is it that is behind your mind? What is inspiring you to want to do what you want to do? And just give us a hint about it.
Okay. Thank you very much once again for having me. It's really been an enlightening gathering. I am learning a lot. I usually come across people who ask me, Jallo, we learned you're aspiring for the seat of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Right.
And I'm like, yes. And they'd be like, okay, do you have any political experiences? And I go, no, I don't. And I could see the shock on their faces. They'd be like, okay, so what makes you feel you are the best for the job?
Yeah.
Then I answer them. I answer them with a question. I say, do you know that since Nigeria returned to democracy in 1999, what we have at best are more like recycled leaders? Because about 2 to 3 persons who had ruled in this era, democratic era, has held similar position before. So, isn't that experience? These are people with experiences. So why is the nation where it is today?
Who their experience?
Do you understand? So now, we have been doing this, basing this on this particular basis of experiences we've been making, following this pattern, right? That I think one of the focal points of what's his name? I was a supporter of Muhammadu Buhari for the first tenure when he came, because supposedly we had that during his first time in office years ago, which we were yet to be born. He used to do this, he used to do that, there was order, there was this. Do you understand? So I felt, okay, this guy he has experience in the affairs of the nation. Why not let's give him a chance to finish up whatever he started?
Mm.
Do you understand? So, unfortunate for me, I made a lot of enemies back then. And to be honest, I see when his tenure advances, I saw what I felt what they actually
You're talking about
fail, and I had to sincerely apologize to them that I was wrong. My judgment was wrong.
Mm.
And so, if we've been following this pattern, and then we keep getting this result, same result, wouldn't it be lunacy if we don't make a change? How can we keep doing the same thing over again and expect a different result, right? And so I'll be like, okay, let's try something new. Let's try something new. And they'll be like, okay, how do I mean? And I'll be like, okay, there is the place of experience, and then there is a place of wisdom. And sometimes our experiences, right, could serve as a form of limitation if we do not possess the wisdom to recognize when it is to keep whatever the knowledge we thought we know aside, so that we can embrace the new that has potential for greatness, right? I mean, yes, there is the importance of experience is very, very crucial. It's very crucial. And I know that many would argue that what an old man or an elder sits down seeing, a child, even when he climbs the tallest of trees, he cannot see it. Very true. But also, you would agree with me that sometimes even an elder needs the faith of a little child in order to achieve extraordinary results.
Okay, so in essence, you are saying that the need for experience is not very, it's not more like a prerequisite for that office. Is that what you're saying? Or would I put it in this way? How else? Okay, maybe if you've served in any public or private sectors, you have. So how's been your experience? Do you think is applicable for the seat of the presidency?
Yes. I think rather that the seat of the presidency, it's more like an honorary seat. The outcome from that seat is dependent on the minds that surrounds you. This is because this is a vast country in tongues, in ethnicity, and so only you cannot do it. Your outcome is dependent on the minds that surrounds you. And so what I feel at best the country needs is a listening president.
Okay.
An open-minded president. A president who is teachable, who is approachable. Because of the minds that surrounds you. Do you understand? The outcome, listening to each and everyone's suggestion and being able to discern, you being the head, because whatever the outcome might be, still fall back on you. The responsibility still fall back on you.
Right.
And so, yes, the place of experience is good. It's very, very vital. However, if we would shift a little bit and look forward for a person of these characteristics, being open-minded, teachable, approachable, the ability to listen and to comprehend, then I think we'll get it right.
I have a very, very important question for you. Do you think that the Nigerian space right now is ready to receive someone of your kind of person? Now, in the sense that people will come at you and be like, oh, you want to be president. The first thing that's going to come to their head is, do you have money? And to a large extent, I think that's a wrong perception to look at when you want to decide and choose a leader.
Sure.
It shouldn't be based off of who has money, because if the person has money, it means so the person is buying your vote.
True.
Right?
True.
But our economic and political space, with the large chunk of people that we have who honestly are not as intelligent as a lot of us, they don't understand the balance between political and economic strata.
True.
How do you intend to get to those people to let them know that, okay, because this is the system they've known all their lives. Like we said before, we already established the fact that once campaign fully kicks in, these other guys are going to come with rice and spaghetti and soup. And of course, we know, based off on recent happenings, they are going to give them their vote. So how do you intend to convince these people that don't know these things? Because this is a lot of work for you to do.
True.
Right?
True.
So I believe that
used to.
Eh?
I say it's a language they're used to.
Yes, that's
so
the
what are you
language
coming to speak?
What are you coming to tell them? That, okay, because of course we are not coming to give them the regular everyday.
Yes.
So how do you intend to tackle this kind of issue?
Well, in our earlier discussion, when we opened up the session, right, I spoke about wokeness.
About what? Sorry?
Work.
Okay.
People being woke. Yes, the majority is yet to really awaken to the reality, as you observed earlier. But however, we have a chunk number of those who are woke already. This is evident in the last general election, sometime in 2022-2023. We saw how a particular candidate came out, and one of the slogans was, we are not giving shishi, stingy. And then what was the praises of the people? Stingy presidency is what we want. I don't know if you remember. Now, that really, really gave me hope. And as a matter of fact, that gave me some form of courage. Because the generation that we are now, we call it the Gen Z generation. It's a powerful generation, very powerful. The generation speaks our mind regardless. The generation stands for what it believes. And in respect to what is happening currently in our political sphere, and like I said, I'm not a politician. I don't intend to be a politician. I intend to be a leader. We see how it is that the people have had enough. This is what we are riding on. We have had enough. I don't know about you. I've had enough. I'm still single. I earn at least in a month, at least 250,000. And yet, it can still barely get me to get me by. And then I think about people who are married with kids.
You done less amount.
Sorry, I was at the market yesterday. I went to I was looking for a change in breakfast. I've been taking a repeated diet for breakfast, so I was looking for a change, at least for, and then went to get Irish potato. This is Plateau State. This is the home of Irish potato. And there is this little custard rubber.
Yeah.
I think back then it sold for like 500 naira.
500.
Now it's 5,005. 5,005. Now, if I am being, if we are being honest, that particular rubber can barely fit a family of 4 or 5. All of it.
Yes, at once.
You're buying just that for 5,500. What about the other ingredients?
The oil and the rest.
Oh, yeah, like egg. Not egg, no cost.
Egg now,
So-
luxury.
So it's something that really gets to me. I feel for the people who I represent, who are like me, who works hard day in and day out, and at the end of the day, it is just to get by. Who cannot boast of something in their name, despite all their hard work. Honest hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Emphasis on
Do
that.
you understand? So we're now in a society where honesty doesn't seem to cut it anymore.
So,
Okay.
So just to add to what Mute said about finances and other things, according to research last year, 67 registered we have 67 registered political parties that are registered with INEC.
Yes.
So I know some of us don't even know that there are 67, or some of us don't even know apart from two main, and then now there are four.
Yes.
There are more or less four because of the coalition and other things.
True.
So now, and then these four we're talking about now that are very known, that are known now, to get the form, another thing is still expensive.
True.
You still need money.
True.
You understand? So even after the bill was passed, not too young to run, but you still need money to afford some of these political parties form.
Exactly.
And then these are just the four we know. Most people don't even know. Some even know just two. You understand? If not for last year election that a candidate came in and then there was an increase, and then this year this coalition issue and the rest. So we now, for me, I know four major. So how do you intend to go about it when it comes to political party? Because it's one of the criteria of seeking an office.
Yeah.
It's one of the criteria. So how do you intend to go about it? Because you might need a popular party. Or do you think, just generally, how do you intend to go about it?
Well, there is one thing I believe, and that is, I believe in the nation Nigeria. These are people that once they've accepted you, if they have accepted you, you don't have any problem. Leave the rest for them. I am not basing my desire on what is in my account. As a matter of fact, when I first declared, my account was just about empty. And I spoke to my close friends about it. My account is just about empty. I believe in first the nation Nigeria. These are supportive people. If they support you, if they accept you, you just watch and let them do the rest. We've seen it played out. Look at previous, still making reference in previous election. Do you know that a particular candidate didn't really need to go deep down into his pocket, even when he had the means? The people single-handedly handled just about everything. It does happen. It does happen. It is the acceptance that I am worried about. If I have ₦1 trillion, it wouldn't still be enough if I am not accepted. So I am working towards being accepted first, and then let the rest play out.
That's by the Nigerian people.
Yes.
Okay, you want to say something?
Yeah. So quickly before you say what you wanted to say, you talked about you're not intending to be a politician.
No.
And you are not a politician. You said all you aspire is to be a leader.
Yes.
So my question is, how can you hold elected officials more accountable? Do you have the capacity to say, okay, because you know that you're not going to be working alone.
True.
There's going to be a rundown of, a lot of officials and all of that. So do you have the capacity of that systematic, engagement to be able to be accountable for them and they also onto you? Is there something like that on your mind running? Because one of the reasons why I'm asking this is you are young and let's say you run. Do you have the possible people? Because you're going to be bringing your vice.
Yes.
So after the vice, we're going to be having
Ministers,
ministers and all of those, and
SDF.
this is the country that we are in.
True.
Right? STF, like you said, and a lot of officials. I mean, so there's going to have to be a total revolution because you are different from them.
Yeah.
You're coming with a different system in mind. Your mentality is shifted.
True.
Everything, your vision is different
True.
from all of these people. How would you be able to be accountable for those officials? And then do you have a system that would actually go with you and say, oh, this person can fit in here, this person can fit in here. I know that. So I'm going to give you that.
Thank you very much. I thought about this, honestly. And there is this popular social media trend that trended some months ago. It's called the corrupt talk. And anytime I think about some of them, I just it really amuses me. It says one some of it says me making bro Minister of Sports just because he was good at PlayStation.
Okay.
Or me making bro Minister of Health because he used to check up on me when I was not feeling well.
Wow. Okay.
So when you check, most of this become a government of compensation.
Yeah.
Merit is put aside. Merit is pushed aside.
Sentiments and all of that.
Thank you. So
yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want that. If or when given the opportunity.
I love the word when.
Our administration, or my administration as it were, would focus on merit. Do I have people I need to compensate? Yes, of course I do. Do I have loyalists I need to do something for? Of course I do. But from the beginning, I reiterated, and I am reiterating to them always, that it is about the people. It is about the greater good. It's about the nation. If we work based on government of compensation, I can't hold many of them accountable.
Emotions, true.
Because this is bro. I've known him all my life. This bro, Minister of Finance. I've known him all my life.
We know our shenanigans.
I don't want
I know your secrets and all of that.
Thank
so
you.
It's more like I am trying to do this for you so that if you try anyhow, you go see anyhow.
So that's I think basically that's what we are hoping.
So merit.
Not to repeat.
Merit.
Yes, and merit will be our watchword.
Okay, so talking about merit, which is okay, and then talking about acceptance from people, which is also okay. Being in politics, participating in active politics, like from a point of view of a reporter and other things, I've noticed some things. One, I think most people, due to experience, they used to say, "Wake kibate iri." Due to experience, a lot of people have felt most youth are not ready for positions, political positions. I think there was someone that made a point and said, "What if you vote somebody? Won't they turn the government house to a party place?" You understand? So, how do you intend to convince people to
these youths are capable?
you understand, to accept you as a youth? Because people just feel once you be youth, waiting concern with politics, because if you just win, una go just dey flex. You understand? Una go just dey flex. Oble, now una go dey do. That's one of my questions. Then the second question is godfatherism. People still believe that for you as a youth to contest for an office, even if na councillorship, you must see, even if na SUG.
Yes, no.
You understand?
You
must have a godfather to bankroll you or other things. So, how do you intend to?
Not necessarily bankroll, say.
Yes, but you must just
to pave way and grant access, you know,
to it. So those are my two questions to you. Acceptance in terms of how will you convince people to accept you with the experiences of other youths that have been into office and they have misused or abused the office, and then godfatherism.
All right. I would go on the line of integrity. When integrity becomes your watchword, you live by a particular tenet. You are the kind of young person that they know on this and this, you stand by this, you say this and you stand by it. And also they have a slight idea of how you've lived. It shouldn't be a thing of worry, because this person whom you see has said no to things that seems to compromise his or ideology. If I present someone, I probably have had some experiences about him, about his way of life. People don't know what is in their heart, but they have a slight of idea what is in the heart by what you do. So what you do speaks more than what you say. And yes, I would accede to the fact that there are young people who have been given the opportunity to be in various elective offices, and quite a number have abused that privilege. However, that is where we have the room for exclusivity. We might all look alike, but we are different. We might be twins, but our behavioral patterns are different. And according to Hausa's proverb, Baramu zubar da ruwan wanka da yaro a ciki ba. We will not throw away the baby and the bathing water. First, we take out the baby, and then we throw away the bathing water. So I think that should answer a little bit your question. And number two, when I spoke about being accepted by the people, by Nigerians, I have this ideology as in regard to this particular move, this particular desire. And that is the fact that it should not be cornered by selfish few. That is where the place of acceptance plays in. So if the people accept you, if they accept me, the place for godfatherism should not even be in my book. If you want to make a contribution to the fulfillment of my purpose, let it be on a clean slate. And even if there should be a give and take, it should be weighed. Because at the end of the day, we have a goal for the people. Let the interests be weighed. Will it mitigate our vision, our mission? And if so, it is now left for us to either play the card of integrity or go the same old path that others have taken. And that is what we plan to deviate from. We are very, very hopeful that once the Nigerian populace accept us, all that would be sorted out.
Okay, so I want to...
Yes, just so quickly. You know that this is actually an unpopular road, right?
True.
So one thing that hits me now is, how would you be able to handle global events like wars, elections, economic crisis, securities, and all of that? It's one of the focal points for every Nigerian.
True.
Because their safety is so important.
Yes.
My safety comes first.
True.
So all of this, even finances, when it comes to inter-countries,
yes.
Yes. China, Nigeria in China, US, this, Nigeria, and all of those things. How would you be able to handle that? Because it's really an unpopular route that you're about to embark on.
Very true. Very true. Well, I would have told you that when we get to that bridge, we would cross it. However, I have a few to say.
Okay.
Might not answer it entirely. In every sector of the system are people who are experts, stakeholders, who bring in their experiences, their technical know-how to bear. And Africa, when I was growing up, learning in government, we used to hear that Nigeria used to be the centerpiece for Africa's global policy. So which means Nigeria was the major decider for many African countries' foreign policy. Nigeria, we used to have the ECOMOG. It's a peacekeeping agency. They go to places, go to Liberia, calm the situation where there is civil unrest. They go to such places and calm the situation and put in order. They are not there to impose colonialism. They are there to bring in order, and then they leave. Our military used to be, I don't know of now, I don't think they still are, used to be the best foot military in the world. Like if it is land army, Nigeria used to be the best. This army goes into countries to settle unrest. what happened now, you can see very many of that it has become a form of ridicule, which has literally translated to the continuance in the unrest we face in the country because of there is compromise in
The system.
the system.
Yeah.
So we're going to work to see how to fix the broken system first. Then when we have the right minds in the system, in that system, I believe that we can achieve global relevance. Nigeria would take back its place as Africa's centerpiece for Africa's foreign policy and the dignity of our citizenry, both home and abroad, will be restored as a result.
Okay, so like we can go on and on, right? We can go on and on and keep talking about this, but then of course there's time constraints and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'd like you to say, what is your word to Nigerians? Like in closing, what is your word? What is it that you're telling Nigerians? Okay, guys, this is me and this is what I want to do. What is that promise that you believe that, okay, this is what I want you guys to hold me accountable for? And if or when you guys give me the mandate to do this thing, I'm going to deliver this. What is that word that you have for Nigerians, for the everyday Nigerian?
I have a vision that every Nigerian have access to quality education.
Okay.
Education is the bedrock of every society. And when I talk about education, I don't talk about just literacy, the ability to read and write only. No. I mean the ability to constructively, creatively bring solution to daring problems. Right? Healthcare, equitable access to healthcare. We have, it will not be business as usual anymore. We've heard of the mantra that says patient treated is a customer lost to the pharmaceutical world, of course. We have a duty to the health of our citizenry. We have the need to inculcate traditional alternative medicine to this system. It becomes a part of the conventional health system. And security, of course, security of lives and property becomes a top priority. Every life becomes sacred. Every life becomes sacred to us. And also access to economic vibrancy of our citizenry, of course. Because we believe so much in economic empowerment. Whoever feeds you owns you. So I want to see a citizenry where we at least get back to the 3 square meals at best a day. It is now almost 001 or 010. We're looking at possibility of bringing in 111. So when given this mandate, the opportunity, this becomes our watchword, becomes what the citizenry should hold us bound by. Access to quality education, healthcare, economic empowerment, and security of lives and property. Thank you.
Okay, so you've really extensively spoken about your vision, about your plan for the country, and we really want to thank you for coming to us to have this conversation with us, and talking to Nigerians and sharing your vision for the country, your vision for the future, and we wish you the very, very, very best.
Thank you very much.
Because it's going to be a very, very long road. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. The road is long. The battle is ahead, right? So we wish you the very best in all your future endeavors, and we hope that the next time we are sitting here, we're going to be sitting with, with the Commander-in-Chief, GCFR.
Yes.
Of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I mean, I don't forget your voice.
Hope say we go call you, you go come, Sha.
I'm going to say my essay.
I'm going to be the Minister of Information.
This one is my sentiment, emotion.
Me na SSA on media and publicity. We go dey more closer.
Me humanitarian.
I'm not sharing the country.
You do best.
Straight up.
I'm share the country.
Yes.
Well, it was a good one having you, and we really appreciate you. Thank you. To everyone at home, please. We believe in the future of Nigeria, and we advise that please, before you make any political decision, take your time and study the candidates, study their antecedents, their backgrounds, and make informed decisions when it comes to who you want to decide to vote for in the. As it is, like we just finished campaign and election. We don't start another campaign.
Time flies.
Well, so we really want to appreciate everyone who has stayed tuned to watch this particular episode. Please, we beg you, please help us send the message out, share this post, view this post, refer it to your friends, your family, and every other person that you believe that is going to be valuable for and valuable to. We promise to come back next week with another topic, another conversation that is going to get you excited and get you glued on. See you guys next week. Please stay safe. Please drink plenty water and mind your business. See you guys soon.